And we're back for the second of our streams today. I know I normally go for a nap after lunch and things like that. 'Cause, I like a good nap after lunch. It makes me feel nice and cozy. So, now we will play on and such and forth. I will not give you an update on what we've been doing because you were there. If you pay any attention, please see RE previous play. Right, what are we doing? They're all side stuff. Sorry, I just had a telephone message. Right, let's go to the Horsehead Nebula. And then it's Stravanus. Horsehead Nebula, then Stravanus. Onward! Whoa. Up, we're done with you. Up we come. Up we come. Alright, as long as I don't get to Novella. Which I will now dub Nutella. Because, you know, it's Bing! Freedom! Take us out, Joker. Nice and smooth. Thank you, Seth Green. Whee!
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Shepard,
Okay.
this is Admiral Kahoku. I found out who set that trap for my men. The ones killed by the Thresher Moor. Damn, I hope you get this message. It was a group called Cerberus.
Oh.
An Alliance Black Ops organization. Top secret, highest level security clearance. They vanished a few months ago. Dropped right off the grid. Nobody knew where they went or what they were up to. They've gone completely rogue, Shepard. They're conducting illegal genetic experiments, trying to create some kind of super soldier. I don't have any proof, but I found the coordinates for one of their research worlds. I'm uploading them with this message. They're completely out of control. Somebody needs to stop them.
I'll stop Cerberus.
I've done my part. Now it's up to you. This is probably the last you'll hear from me. Cerberus is after me now. I need to disappear before they find me.
It seems like Admiral Kahoko is having a bit of an issues. We'll have to venture forth and save his bacon. That one could have it. Can't go there yet. What about aw. Okay. Why can I not land on any of the planets here? Bit of an odd thing, is it? time. Apparently there's a ship around here, but... Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Really? And now I can probably get out of that. Garrus Ubergun. Whee! Little stinker nugget away. Landing. Hey, it's a snow world. Nice to see you. Let us go to the anomaly. Let's get out there and chill. I think that was on my map anyway. Yeah. I'm on the road to nowhere. My.
Understood.
Understood. No! It appears this person was trying to mark a nearby mineral deposit when he died. Or was killed. Dun dun dun. If you don't want that iridium, I'll take that iridium. Because, you know, iridium. Got myself iridium. I'm richer than I was before. My iridium. Now I'm heading over to the abandoned camp for more. Must resist urge to make a snowman. Let's build a snowman. We can make it our best friend. Frosty. I'm glad it didn't bring Rex. Oof. It appears no one left at this camp. The generator is still functioning, but there are no signs of former occupants. The camp's computer notes several locations of interest. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ew. I say, that is interesting. My word. Gravy. Aha! Take that, solar panel! They come from the southwest, so I've seen millions of solar panels. I must say they get boring to look at, but they're nice and energetic. Good thing, really. I mean, here in the southwest, they seem to have embraced having solar farms, so it's a good sign. I just hope that the power companies are able to use of all said electricity and power. Right, let us go grab this cobalt. Isn't cobalt blue? Oh, mine. We're going to see the anomaly. There's actually a meme going around that we were going to have the worst snow since 50 years ago. Those of you who don't know or were not born during that period, like myself or anything else, 50 years ago the UK had incredibly heavy snowfalls, costing quite a lot of damage and, well, huge wildlife loss, let's be honest, because wildlife generally suffers with extreme weathers. But yes, it was very sad. But the country survived, of course, but yeah, we lost several thousand wildlife creatures, birds, etc. All very good thing. But yeah, I mean, we're talking very, very big snow drifts, everything else. 20-foot high snow walls, that wonderful type of stuff. So yeah, the UK never really preps very well for this. Or we prep and just don't follow through on the preparation. It happens. So yeah, thankfully the Met Office put that one to bed and pointed out it's only autumn. No one can predict weather that far into the future. So that's good. No issues. So that was all good. Palladium. Yeah. Backing up. Good. I do apologize, I had someone banging on my door. The local council elections are coming up in my neck of the woods. So I've got people ensuring that I vote for the right people. Which of course mean that I'm not writing for or voting or signing my name to anyone. Local politics sadly doesn't shining effect. They don't seem to wholly achieve very much in my neck of the woods. It's sad, but there we go. I mean, the area I'm in, the biggest issue is making a cycle lane from this town to the main city, about 5 miles. It's not exactly life critical that I decide which one I go for when that's on the platform. They've also been promising that for about 2 years, this bicycle path. So, you know, it's not something I expect.
Enemy is everywhere.
Local politics for you. I mean, if I was living in a larger city and had some major issues, that would be one thing. But
I will destroy.
when the biggest issue is obtaining a cycle lane from my town to the large one, it just doesn't seem worth the vote. I'm sorry. Either way, well, unless one of them does action it, then yes, government in power. But until said time, it's just,
We got them all, Shepard.
it's not really political. I'm not sure if you notice as well, most of the people here in the UK, most of our politicians and such, will tend to sing the same voice. You know, it's a flawed system that needs to be wiped and start over again. As with most parliamentary systems. Sadly, it's the same for the country America, with their wonderfully, amazingly, interestingly amusing situation they're going through at the minute. I mean, okay. They do need to go for that point where they can just wipe the old stuff so they can, you know, instigate a proper new system. Oh, there's Captain William.
On your order, Shepard.
Just lead the way.
Ah, so that was Cerberus. But yes, I mean, you can't have a governmental system when it's just a two-party system. Yes, alright, you have two other chaps running, but the only person you've got with any leadership skills or abilities to run your country, well, America at the moment, is Hillary. And she brings with her Bill, who was your strongest economic president for God knows how many years. I don't know. They say. The whole thing needs to be shaken up so that you actually have intelligent people, clear leaders, people with leadership abilities, objective point of view when it comes to pretty much the major factions and such, but no one's going to get that. And I shouldn't be saying much anyway. I come from a country that elected a 14-year-old as Prime Minister. Ugh. Fragment appears to be an old model freighter. Part of it was marked by the chatty outpost. Sorry, I shouldn't have spoken about politics. I'm not going to talk about religion or anything else like that. That's done, man. That's done. We're not going over there. Whee! Anything left? Nope, I think we're heading back to Normandy. Almost maxed on items, so let's go through them all. Thrilling, hot, sexy menu action coming right up. You're gonna enjoy those menus. Oh, yeah. Let's talk to Rex.
Shepard.
Okay, dokie. Carry me, okay. Let's see, we got new stuff here. There we go, first aid all the way. Right. I can only use pistols, so pointless. Yeah, I actually got that pistol from beating the guy over in Pinnacle Station. He got upset and pissy and yeah. But he bet his gun. So, what happened? We won his gun. Sure, we can extend that to 6. And we've got incendiary rounds, so let's have Shredder, Cairo, tungsten, incendiary. Kinda wanted to. Yep. For done, that's a doleara. You don't need any of that. Because you don't use guns, you use a pistol too. You don't need that either. Get that off you. Yeah. No. No. But I'm gonna say you're all good for that. I'll just take your yeah, and you can medical interface 6. Tally. Tally's a shotgun girl. Shotgun Sally. Better know when to use your shotgun now. Let's give you medical interface. Actually, I want to give you adaptive armor. I think that's going to do you better. Shotgun! That's 220. Alright, and get down the list a bit more. Some of you may have pointed out and may have noticed that I generally don't use powers and such. I just generally shoot. I like to have these powers, but it's a case that I keep them well into reserve, so if need be I can use the telekinetic stuff later. That's Tanny done. Rex. I know Rex can use assault rifles and shotguns. Kinda want to make Rex an assault rifle guy. But I will keep him out for shotguns and such. So let's do his rifle first. Terminator. Yeah. Let's change the shotgun. Tornado's better. Katana, Storm, Scimitar. Okay. Sync to. Alright, you're done. Who's next? Garrus! You should be all good. Make sure you got a decent rifle there. To be honest, no. You're not going to be using your rifle, mate. You're going to be using that OP sniper gun. Extension 4. I got here palladium. You know, you can afford to have that. Any of these better for you? Nope. No. Should have pretty... Yeah, I shouldn't have to mess with these again. Nope. Yes. That's the Carfonasi. Okay. And Ashley. I'm not gonna ever use you, Ash, because you're a racist. And quite frankly, I can't be dealing with that. Give me your stuff. You get no specialness. Not talking to Ash.
Commander, I wanted to thank you.
What for, Garrus?
For everything. I've thought a lot. I still think CSEC has its flaws, but I understand.
Words mean nothing.
Well, alone. If the people
Oh,
I'm
we
sworn
had
to
all
protect
this
can't
last
trust
time.
me, then I don't deserve
I'm glad
to
you
be.
see it that
Don't
way.
worry, Commander. I will.
Yep. Good, good.
Looking for supplies?
Nope. Of course I'm
Let's see what
looking
you
for
got.
supplies,
You
son.
bet, Commander.
I'm gonna sell you all of mine. So... So yeah, could probably go back to the shanty house one, but I don't know. Selling all these. Oh, we're coming up to 1 million, guys. 1 million credits. Dun dun dun. Right. Is there anything there worth buying? Oh, that sniper rifle is pretty awesome. That pistol is only marginally better. Sure, my armor is not the answer. Light human armor. And nothing. Achievement! Probably because we got money. We're millionaires! Yep. Rolling in the creds. Now I'm just gonna come across sections where they're just like, yeah, we need money. We're so poor. Hey, we finished up with one light materials. Wait, where are Earths? We've done that. That's 21 gases. Oh, heavy metal. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Right, alright, well that's that done. We got to eliminate the Gemini Sigma. Let's follow up on Cerberus. We will avenge Kyoko's? I don't know his name. Go to the Yangtze system in the Voyager cluster. Yangtze system in the Voyager. To Voyager! I don't know you bits. Meow. Meow. The Amazon or Yangtze. We're going to Yangtze Doodle Dandy. Gains. Never Promethean disc. Anything on Pachuri? Yeah, well, okay. Digger. Oh, more surveying. Ooh. Lithium. And that's a landable planet. We will come back to you in just a moment, sir. And you're a gas giant. In we go. Landing for the nation! We will take, yeah. Let's see if Garrus and Caden get on together. Whee! Pop! Meow! Right, you see a bunch of research facility, research facility. Oh, I guess we might go to the research facility right after this. Rolling to you. I think this is a gas deposit, maybe. Or a chemical, I don't know. It's gas, but I can say so. It's palladium. No, alright, it's metal. It's metal! Yay! One credits. Millionaires! Let's retire. Dear. I could just go to the hut, just spend it all. Go team! Nah, great defense is having just a couple towers there, guys.
Cover me.
You cover me. There we go. Be very, very quiet. We're headed Cerberus. Hello, Cerberus. Is the elusive man around? You know, Martin Sheen, or at this point I would take Emilio, maybe Joe Estevez. I don't know. Huh. You killed my friend! You know, the one from the experiment thing. Yeah! Whatever his bloody name was. No idea what his name was. There was no sign of Kyoko among the corpses. He must be at one of the other labs.
Area secure.
Right. Guns away, guys. They're dead. Poor bastards. Medical station. Bing! Like Quarian armor. Oh, you really wanted us to use that. Okay. Just throwing armor at us now, aren't
Looks
you?
like Cerberus has other bases on this world, Commander.
Thank you, Carf. Yay! Time to move on. A Captain Rear Admiral is not here. It's a time of we move on, eh? That's my Mario voice. It's me. Ugh. What happened to him coming from Brooklyn? I enjoyed that Mario. That Mario, you know, I could live with that guy. Well, live with his voice anyway. Now it just sounds stereotypical and racist. The whole him being a Brooklyn plumber was interesting. But now he's just a stereotype of the lasagna. I live in a shitty little fucking neighborhood. Ugh. Well, taking the character out of your character. Yes, I know he's favorited by millions. Mainly because he's a cosplayer. Very happy cosplayer as well.
That's it. Bag him and tag him.
Driving on up to you, my lover. Gonna be a man you're gonna wanna day. As we enter the building, I can see you. Right, Sorry. Again, as I emphasize, I can't sing, but I like to. Keeps me mentally stimulated. It helps when I'm doing this. we go. Enemy is everywhere. Aha! Second Cerberus! Tell me where the elusive man is! Tell me! I want Martin Sheen in my life! Thank you, Garrus.
I wonder what kind of genetic mutant Cerberus has been cooking up at the next base.
Let's find out. Take all that. Alright, let's have a wander around the room. Oh. 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 I wanted these rooms to hold so much stuff. It's not good. It's not good at all. Alright, we're moving on. If it helps, guys, I also convinced Deer to hold off streaming his next Mafia Fury stream. But hopefully we will have him do so after this. Unless, of course, they're playing GTA or some other fantastical game. I don't know what it would be, but, you know. Life finds a way. Life finds a way. Driving like a man. This maker needs a radio. Just want to pick up the redneck channels of space. You would have thought there'd be more Rick and Morty mods for older games by now. I guess no one wants to make a mod for a 9-year-old game. But then again, those guys did, didn't they? I'm currently using the graphic enhancement mod for the textures and things like that. Because else this game would look very ugly. Sadly, I know Garrus's face is a bit blurred, but without that mod, it would look rather hideous. Oh, failed miserably. Did this properly. Nope, failed again. Darn it, Don! Stop being useless. There we go. That's alright stuff. Let me we Garrus. Garrus. Rolling. So yes, I have to admit we've been doing a bit of the biker stuff. We've not streamed any yet, but we do have some footage coming on it. It'll be like a while down the road, but hopefully it'll be worth the wait. Yeah, so hopefully that'll be a fun watch once it's all done and such. We have a few other things lined up before that, of course. Doing some more of our Homefront videos that we did. A couple more of the other stuff to finish up. As I said before, a bit more Room Tide coming. Yeah, should be all good, hopefully. So hopefully when it's all done and dusted and ready to pop, then we can present it to your wonderful selves and see what you magnetically amazing people think of it. I call you amazing because, well, you follow us and you're on our YouTube, and I like to think we only attract amazing people. Well, amazing or terrible people. Either or either. It's all good. There are a few children toys and some ragged clothes stuffed inside the top of the monument, among with a Promethean data disk. What are the toys like? Tell me the toys! Clearly the toys are the most interesting thing there. Can't dangle that in front of me and it's just not shells. Meh. I'm blaming Cerberus. Meh. Although, if it wasn't because of them, I wouldn't have found the toys. Oh wells. In we goes. Let's make sour sabs. Hello! Housekeeping! Oh, you would like to sneak away. There we go. Running around.
Kill them all!
Arachnic? Yeah, freaks! First, I can't really be this gun-ho. I'm gonna need you, buddy. You and your big gum. Okay, just...
Stop tonight, Commander. Yokahoku that much. Area secured.
You check his pulse, but find none. Admiral Kahoko is dead. That's actually Rear Admiral Kahoko. It's ranked right. Despite the ferocity of the creatures he was sealed in with, there was no signs of trauma on his course. The needle marks on his arms suggest a different means of execution.
It's the Admiral. Cerberus must have tracked him down.
Must have got to him. Pick the stuff that's not nailed down then and head on out. Cerberus. Bastards. We know now that Cerberus would never be the ones to save us. They are who they are. So, any annoying Cerberus people in the future, we will have to dispose of. Technician's kit, where? I'm pretty sure I saw a technician's kit, but I must be disappearing. Oh, moving on up. Right. Sesame. Into the Mako! Okay, back we go. Sorry, I need to double check where we're heading next. Head to Neperon in the Columbia system of the Voyager cluster. Voyager's cluster, eh? Okay. In we go. Sweet Jeebus, if you want to sell me your... Sorry, I had another one of those wonderful people who believe in a candidate for local election firmly enough to bang on my door twice in a day. Wasn't the same person, so I won't be murdering, but it is very annoying. Yeah, no, yes, yes. Yes, so it's a very, don't know why they pester, you know? Medallion! League of One. Right, let's land on Nepforion. We will take, not Caden this time, obviously Garrus because we need his punching power. Oh, let's bring Rex. Boop! Whee! Shepard, I need to go to the loo. Damn it, Rex! We're gonna make supers pay for what they did to, guy. Rear Admiral Kahuka. Kahuku? Kukuku. Michuchu. I guess he Makuku'd his Machuchu. I got no idea. But he was a rear admiral. He always said admiral to me. Nice things to say. Decent guy. Wasn't one of those jerkwads. Our service is Thorium. Thorium. What if there's anything like sodium? Sodium. Do-wa. Sodium. It's the greatest reacting metal. Ooh. I really don't know what to sing about sodium. Not sure why anyone would want to sing like sodium, unless of course you're the Mystery Science Theater crew. There's a sort of movie that you want to sing about. All I can say is that the shocking lack of sodium that's taught in schools today is shocking. Of course, they've brought back. They're bringing back Mystery Science Theater, aren't they? With new voices and new things. It's not. I personally am going to be very on the fence about it because I don't know. Not my Tom server. Crow, I can, you know, I can be fine with his voice changing as long as he sounds a bit like Crow. And Crow himself said that his voice changes every 7 odd years. It's been about 15 or more years since. So that's understandable. That's fine. I can, as much as I love Bill Corbett and I find him insanely amusing and funny, and I routinely watch riff tracks with him in, because he's a very funny chap, even if he has not enough pull at a studio, sadly, because the studio ruined his movie basically. They go on. The trouble is, yeah, he co-wrote Meet Dave. You know, the Eddie Murphy Space Aliens Inside a Chap movie. And sadly, the movie was trashed completely from what it was originally written as. I know Bill Corbett, I've read a bit of his stuff. He's a very, very funny chap. It would have been so much better had they not tinkered with it. Instead, what do? They tinker with it and force him to change it.
That's it. Bag 'em and tackle.
I don't know if it was Eddie Murphy or if it was the studio, but all that happened is that Bill was completely unable to see what happened to his film because they ruined it. Something that wasn't his. But there we go, that's Hollywood for you. But yes, I'm not sure if I want to go back to seeing more Mystery Science Theater. I love the series and such, but because I was here in Britain, the first one we got was when Mike came along. We didn't get any Joel until the movie. I know about TV's Frank and such. Until that, I'm afraid I didn't know Joel, so I never warmed up to him. First time I saw him actually doing any was on Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. And it was pretty clear he didn't want to be there for that. So that's understandable, but makes it kind of sad, really. I didn't really get any of the prime villains or anything like that. I mean, I like Pearl Forrester. Mary Jo Pearl is pretty fantastically funny. Very entertaining. Yeah. Again, though, with the cinema, Titanic, well, I guess even the film crew, and riff tracks, you can pretty much say anything that you can, really. I mean, I've wanted Mystery Science Theater for many years before riff tracks came back. And, well, I thought they struck gold with Edward the Less, but nope, no go so far. So, yeah, it's interesting stuff, I have to admit, but yeah. There's a lot of good. You can get the old Mystery Science Theater episodes on the rifftracks.com now. I suggest you go over there for any of the movies that you have been desiring to watch with Taking the Piss. and I have to admit they've done them very well. Very, very funny. I couldn't watch the prequels without their commentary now. They've done all the Star Wars saga, all the Lord of the Rings. I believe they've just finished the Harry Potter sagas. No, even Twilight they suffered through, which, God bless them, they went through all of that. Don't know how. But they've even done some very good movies like Casablanca, even The Force Awakens and such. Good stuff. I would head over there, give them, and even if you've seen them on other sites, where they are pre-bundled with the video, shall we say, it's always worth just dropping them a bit of extra cash or donation and such. Very, very funny stuff and very funny people. I do also recommend picking up the Kevin Murphy book. It was a fantastic movie review book where he watched the film every day of the year. Very, very entertaining. So, yeah. I will stop plugging them. It's just an appreciation of my love for their work, because I found them to be very entertaining and given me more laughs over the last 20 odd years. You cautiously press a few buttons and an alarm chimes. An optical database is flashing itself. Quickly, you copy as many files as you can into your hard disk. It's memory wiped. The computer shut down. The files are sure to be encrypted, but you've got time to check. Okay. Handy. Onward! Oh, yeah. Moving on. I can't believe they've killed them. The poor souls. I missed everybody. Really was taken far too young. Certainly hope his family's doing okay and such. But anyone called Nomad Soul or Omicron? Great game. Well, the first actually incorporate a lot of decent music and, well, even live concerts in the game. Gotta admit, that was a nice feature. I enjoyed that. I actually like the idea of transferring your soul. That was great. Even though the game tried to make you think like you put your own soul in the game. Nice idea. Wasn't quite convincing enough, but I like the plan of it all. Any game that really just accepts, alright, you are the player and you are an alien in our world. Good stuff. Had that Simon Sorcerer-esque feel that it's like you didn't quite belong in this world, and that you always had a little bit more knowledge than the average schlub. Not saying I'm anything like Simon the Sorcerer, but you know, I am an asshole. I'm just gonna go over here real briefly because I feel like it. Ha! I tell you, I really did enjoy the last Star Wars movie. Myself, Yokes, and Loon all caught it in the same flick at the same time, so that was really enjoyable. But I have to say the music didn't grab me very much. I mean, obviously there's a few gems there, but nothing hugely mind-blowing. There we go. That's just my opinion, of course. I'm not voicing it for everyone. But yeah, I didn't think it was a hugely mind-blowing soundtrack, but obviously the Star Wars theme was liquid gold and sunshine as always, but okay, we'll come back to this. So yes, back to the Normandy. We got now. We might one day. No, I don't want to go back to the Citadel. That's the limit of these guys. Hades cluster, the Diz system.
Transmission coming in, Commander. I think you're gonna want to hear this one.
Greetings, Commander Shepard. I represent a party interested in obtaining information on Cerberus activities.
Who are you, and who do you represent?
Who I am is inconsequential. Suffice to say, I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. You see, Admiral Kahoku contacted my employer looking for information on the location of any Cerberus facilities. We provided that information on the promise that he would turn over copies of all files gathered from the Cerberus systems to us.
Did you have anything to do with Admiral Kahoku ending up dead?
We had no reason to harm him. He was going to provide us with information about Cerberus. Information that is now in your possession.
You must have some connection to Cerberus. How else could you tell Kahoku where to find them?
Information is our business, Commander. Through our contacts, we were able to determine that the Cerberus group was active in the Voyager cluster. Unfortunately, that was all we were able to find out. That is why we are so interested in acquiring copies of the files from you.
Your deal died with Kahoku. Why should I help you?
The Alliance is just going to file this information away in some archive, but no secret stays hidden forever. Eventually, someone somewhere will deliver it into our hands. Might as well be you. Transmit the files to us and you will be well compensated.
What are you gonna do with this information?
Information is a commodity. It can be bought, sold, or traded. Why my employer desires this information is not my concern. I am only the buyer.
I'll transmit the files.
I knew you were a reasonable woman, Commander. My employer will remember this the next time you need something from us.
And I forgot where we're going. Sorry. Renegade. Hostile takeover, limited clan nodes in the Hades Gamma cluster Diz system. Off we go once again with the Renegade Master. Guitar. Ew. Sounds horrible. What's this? Metallic asteroid. Oh yeah, light metals! Hooray! What about the cancel? Okay, that's the landable planet. Let's check here. Grimier. Nah. I know I've checked guitar, I don't know why I clicked it again. Enthusiastically hoping that there might be something near. Light metal. Reshanaya. During insignia. Nice. Okay, one last round. There we are. Landing! pop. And I'm landing. Landing away. Alright, what do we have here? Syndicate hideout, anomaly. Anomaly. Let's go to the anomaly. Whee! Stairs! Where we're going, we don't need stairs. They've got lifts. And next. I'll be back for you later. Just stay sweet for me, baby. Where's the world made of candy? Road again, climbing this mountain because there's an anomaly at the end of it. Mummified. Ah. Okay. Oh, long range. Jeez. Oh, that was the escape pod. Okay. Alright, so that was the escape pod, so let's head this away. Driving. Done. Tips. Me. Go to the destination now. We're gonna shoot them up, but we're gonna blast them. Alright. They're taking laser pot shots at us. Man, what do we do? We call the Thundercats. Thundercats are right. Thundercats are loose. Hear the roar. Thundercats are loose. Thundercats. No. Anyone else want some? That's right. Fuck. Make her away. Here we go. Let's do this. No free lunch. Sexy look. Hello, Kaden. A little saucy number, if I do say myself. Here we go. Da, da. Enemies everywhere! Alright, that's one down. Yeah. Trouble is, the second I complete this and go to the third location, she'll lay a trap or make it obvious that she's trying to kill us. And don't react, Garrus, buddy. Aha! Alright, time to go. This is the fastest I can run. I hope that you enjoy the speed that I am running. Yay! It is a good speed. Huh, I get that. I guess I did. I don't recall. Onward! The next stop. Hostile time particular. No, we're doing hostile. Next one is first killed, now that the second. Hand system in Gemini Sigma. Han in Gemini Sigma. Han, Gemini Sigma. Gemini Sigma, Han. Oh god, no one said there were slopes involved. Right, return to the Normandy. We are heading to Gemini Sigma. Meow. Meow. We off to Han Solo. Whee. Hey, Parvin. Ah, Matrix ready. Yes, yes. Okay, well that's... What about you? You got nothing for me, man. Nope. Survey light metal with a flashlight tip. You can't pave it. Darn it! Okay, nothing else here. We go to Mavigon. Burp. Whee. Level 2 hazard zone. Worrying. Should we just go to the place? Yep, alright, let's just drive over. Driving around the city, driving like a truck thingy maker. Okay. Thankfully, by the third game, they get these planetary things right. Because the second one, they do this horrible probe thing, which is no fun for anyone. And there is no maker. I think in one of the DLCs actually they bring a maker back for it, but not a good thing, huh? I'm driving through a snowstorm. It's heading pretty hard. Whee!
Heading out.
I guess this is where we're going. It's a large, desolate place, it seems. I wonder if there is candy in these darn hills. Aha! Look at our top. Well, let's go around. Over the hill and down we go.
All targets down.
Yep.
Cover me.
Oh my god, it's freezing out here. For the building. That's much better. So they can't come that way. I love your outfit now, kid. Yep. So overjoyed that she'll likely try and kill me.
I think we're good, Commander.
But if I went with the Paragon route, I would have just arrested her, and these guys would have gone free. So I would prefer my route. So I'll play along, do a bit of undercovering Spectre work, and take down all of them. Much better, much cleaner, much more worth it. Okay, we can't get out of the way. Gonna have to go around. My gravy. Do 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 do. So I'm trying to do as many of these side quests as I can before starting on the main story. So hopefully, oh, we'll be doing the GAC and what you call it soon. Where are we heading to next? Meet Lindenberg in the Fortua. Horsehead Nebula. Fortuna Horsehead Nebula. Meow. Up, we're done with you. Go away. Ramadan. Ming. Horsehead Nebula. That's where these gamma materials. There we go. Boom! Flying away. Ooh, creamy. Turn Sigma, nice, nice. What about you? You're the landable planet. Survey says rare element. Yeah. With tender. I'll let you read that for a bit. Under the dim light of the red dwarf. Here we go. Right, we're gonna take Rix and Garrus. Because, you know, there are both people who would understand how gang life works. Because, you know, one's a CSEC officer, one's a bounty hunter. Right, we go over here, we got this gas or chemical. Survey metal. Surveying. That's nice, nice, nice. Where are we to? Where are we there? Let's go to the debris. Dun 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 dun. Yay! Tell you, if I wasn't enjoying my driving so much, I was responsive as to what GTA 5 has made the Sand King now. Yeah, it's a truck. It's supposed to be awesome. We nicknamed it the Jerkmobile because it was just incredibly awesome. And now it's so light that a bloody quad bike can flip it almost. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. Ruin something that I love. Because I'll be honest, I did love the Sand King. Great car. I just love being a jerk, driving over people, slamming people across the road, never taking corners, going straight all the time. Now they've made him so light and it's just like flipping a feather off the road. It's awful. I don't know why they changed it, but I guess some people didn't like the weight of the Jerkmobile. It's a shame. Straight to the engineering hub. Let's see what type of trap she's laid out, shall we? Because, you know, you can't really do this without being suspicious of her because, you know, she was happy to give you the job on the Citadel. But she wants to meet out in the middle of nowhere. Strange that, isn't it? Yeah. This. Cham! And let's get our medicine up. And that one. And let's finish up medicine. Gee, I wonder what will happen.
Hello again, Commander Shepard. I owe you a debt of gratitude. With my former partners dead, this syndicate is now mine. I could not have done it without you.
I killed them because they deserved it. Now I'm placing you under arrest.
Surely you don't think that necessary. Under my leadership, this organization will restrict itself to gambling and smuggling illegal technologies. These crimes are hardly worth your time. If you press the issue, my assistants are very well equipped to deal with you.
So am I, ma'am. If you won't come peacefully, I'll have no choice.
A pity. Neutralize the Spectre!
Uh. Harry, yeah. Harry.
Engaging target.
Look out! Enemies everywhere!
Did you say that?
Enemies everywhere!
Oh, you got vaporized. Sorry. Helena Blurk lies on the floor, bleeding from her many wounds, even though she's a puddle of goo over there. She looks at you with a worried, respectful smile, opens her mouth to speak, but only blood comes out. A moment later, she is gone. Your work here is done. Wow, that puddle of goo over there, very talkative. Thank you, Helena. Be right back, Emma. Okay, I'm back again. I do apologize about that. It does seem that this stream has been interrupted a few times by intervals here. Mainly by idiots banging on my door to try them sell their candidates, but there we go. We're coming up to 2 hour mark again, so let's have a gander at what we can do for that. So I would suggest, well, since we finished this mission, we could probably just finish up another very quickly. Let's see if the game hasn't crashed, which it's a possibility. Right, let's have another gander. Well, it does look the game has crashed. Okay, well we'll stop there. We'll carry on afterwards, maybe next week. I think I'm probably done for the day now. Next week we'll probably be starting the main story missions. So now that we got Liara, we'll go off and fight the Gek and their forces of evil. And Sauron will be mine. Oh yes, he will be mine. So yes, if you like this, give it a like, all that wonderful jazz. So let us know if we're doing anything wrong. If you dislike, give us a comment so that we can learn from it. And yes, farewell!